Okay.
Yes.
So I can.
Yeah.
Okay. So good evening. My name is Alessio Bertolucci, and I'm here to present Feelos. It's a social CMS for smart things. So before talking more in detail about the product, I would like to give you a few details about the team. So the team is made by 3 engineers. So myself, my brother, and then a Chinese partner. And we have all experience in smart technology. And then our plus is that we have also an engineer with experience in Chinese market. That is a big plus. So the idea for this startup is to fix 2 problems basically. Problem number one is that we know we know that the smart devices are getting smarter and more popular, but are they really user friendly? So if we think, for example, today in our home, or so there will be lots of smart things in our home, but connected to them will be a lots of troubles, lots of problems, lots of questions. Problem number 2 is how can social networks be improved to create an effective customer service solution that can help the customers for smart things? So if we think nowadays to the most important social networks like Twitter or Facebook, well, I think that who had tried the Facebook and Twitter for customer service, I think that no one is very happy about the customer service solution provided by those social networks, because Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn, so all the famous social networks are not developed for customer service. So matching problem number 1 and problem number 2, Feelos was born. So basically, Feelos is the first online social customer relationship management community for smart things. So what there is inside, there is a question and answer structure and media content sharings. There will be a strong social interactions between customers and companies, and it's online, so there is nothing to install. So as I said before, there will be 3 main actors in this product. So customers, companies, and experts, and each one of those will benefit, because customer can get quicker troubleshooting and product reviews from expert, and then they can have social interaction with the communities. Then the expert, they can do self-marketing of their own. If you think to professor or consultants, then they can earn from their best answer, and then they can also sell technical material. What about companies? Companies, because of the service, because of this product, they can pay less customer service cost, because the system can help the customer to fix their trouble. Then companies, they can do brand advocacy. They can have marketing segmentation solution that will be studied suitable for the companies. And then our system can be easily integrated with the company IT system, so with the ticketing system that is inside the company.
Is there an upfront cost to connected to company IT system?
Well, it depends. Yeah, I mean, we have decided to use a freemium model, so it depends case by case. Depends case for basic requirements can be free. Then it depends case by case. You can go up to lots of money for customized solution. Yeah. So here you can have a look at the product. We are already online and we have already created the beta version. And what you can see here, so you can see the search engine for question and answers and for expert. Then you can see the user review of answers. That's to increase the expert reputation. Then we have used pay-per-click banner that will be on the answers, sort of like in YouTube. So you have to click to get to the answers, and this will be customer oriented. So customer oriented. So basically, if a customer is interested, for example, in Arduino or in drones, he will receive banners related to Arduino and to drones. And everything is embedded in a pure social network environment. So there will be chat, private messages, notification, build profile, free web space, upload content. And this is created ad hoc for SmartThings and for these three actors, so customers, companies, and experts. So the market, we have made a market research, and well, the market for SmartThings is very huge. I mean, as you can see here, we talk about nearly $20 trillion for SmartThings. Then if we look at specific product, we can think at 7 trillion for Internet of Things. That is a segment of SmartThings. And then if we think to the IT solution, in particular to the social CRM, so there is a big market size also for this one. We talk about 20 billion. And this is a market research that was offered by Gartner agency. So what is our business model? As I said before, we want to use a freemium membership. Then we want to get money from pay-per-click banner. Then we can have also credit fees related to the answers from the experts. And then we want to get fees from the data selling. But if you have any questions, you can interrupt me. So how we will make money? As I said before, considering our freemium model and considering our fees, so we are looking at international markets, and so we have already released the beta version today, 2015, and in early 2016 we want to release the early final version. And our idea is to have this huge growth because of the market size for SmartThings, and we talk of these big numbers because we trust, we rely on the big size of the market for SmartThings. And so we know that in our team we have a person expert of Chinese market. That's important. That's a plus. That's why we want also, we are already looking at the Chinese market. Then we are also looking at Europe and the States. And at the moment we are doing, let's say, marketing research, and we are getting relationship with potential customers. So just have a look for the milestones. Yeah, so the idea started, it's quite long. So the idea started in October, so October 2013. Then the first MVP was released in March 2014. And then in January, our beta version is online on www.feelos.net. And we have already, then in February, so 4 months ago, we started the marketing with customers, and we have already 2 Italian startup customers interested in this. And now we are dealing with them, and hopefully we'll get a contract. And yeah, then what we're doing now, I'm looking for investors and advisors. And yeah, the idea then is to move to the final version online for January 2016. If we look at the competitors, so regarding direct competitors, actually there are no direct competitors. So this one is the first online social customer relationship management community for SmartThings. If we look at the software-based solution, so products that you have to pay for a software, and product that they are one-to-one with the company. We have some solution. There are some solutions on the market like Zendesk, Conversocial, or the big name Salesforce. But all these solutions are software that need to be bought, need to be purchased, and they are against our social philosophy. So yeah, at the moment, before I was talking about investment. So at the moment, we are looking at an investment of $100,000 for split in development, marketing, and salaries, and that's the way to finalize the product and to start the marketing in China, and to start the basic marketing in China and Europe. Yeah, so smart technologies everywhere you go. That's our saying for Feelos, and here you have my contact. So thanks. if you have any questions. I'm available.
How much marketing work can you get done in China for €40,000?
Well, we were thinking just basic starting, just a basic starting. My partner has already some contacts in China, so we want to start to create the first deals with them, and then hopefully to start to grow, and maybe to have some part. I mean, usually Chinese rely only on Chinese, so you need to have a Chinese person usually who knows the Chinese market, and maybe the best is to maybe have a partnership with a Chinese company, local, for example in Shanghai, or my partner is from Shanghai, and so there are lots of companies, and we have already started to do that.
What's the how do companies in China currently interact with their customers?
Well, they don't have a very good customer service solution. So in China they don't use Facebook or Twitter, so they have their system, Baidu and other things, and they what they do in China usually is using forum. So they use the forum, so the old solution for social networks. But the point is that when you use forum, you don't know who is writing. You don't have the direct contact with the company, so it's not it's a big disadvantage.
So if I'm a customer of a company who has your system implemented, how do I find the platform as a customer?
Online.
Through the website of the product I purchased, or through your website?
Through my website.
Okay.
Through my website, and my idea is also to create a potential partnership with the companies. So, for example, an idea could be that if I'm a customer of a drone, for example, if I go to buy a drone, once I open the drone, I can see, for example, a flyer containing my website name, and that could be a plus, an advantage for myself, and also for the company as well, because the company can benefit, because they can as I said before, they can reduce the customer service cost, and in my case I can increase the visibility.
Okay, so who is your customer? The company that sells the product, or the customer that owns the product?
There are three customers: companies, experts, and user, normal customers.
And what's my advantage of being an expert? Sorry, last question.
So the advantage of being an expert is that, first of all, if you're a consultant, you can, first of all, do self-marketing, so you can increase your visibility. Second thing is that you can earn from giving the best answers. So we have already decided an algorithm that if you give good answers, you can get some credits, and then those credits will be translated into money.
So the expert isn't the customer, so the
The
expert is part of your product.
so there are, for example,
He's not paying.
I guess their experts are like super customers, or like
Yeah. Basically, who is paying? Who is, as I said, I'm using a freemium model. So I'm using a freemium model where, so if I have a table, I didn't show here, but if you are a company, you have to pay a certain amount, and then this amount of money will be proportional to the service that you are looking for. So, for example, let's say we have considered to start with 15 euro per month, and then to increase up to 40 according to the service that you're looking for. If you are a company, if you are a customer, and if you are a super customer, so the freemium model will be so free for the basic membership. And then if you want special contact with the companies, like, for example, an amount of 20 private messages or something like that, you need to pay a certain amount of money. We said 10 euro.
Going forward, I'd include that in my presentation,
Mm-hmm.
because at the end of the day, that's pretty much everyone that you're going to talk to from here on in a group like this is going to want to know how they're going to make money out of it.
Okay.
And you have to show, you're going to make money.
Yeah.
Your brother knows, and the guy in China knows, but these guys don't know from what you've said how you're going to make money.
Okay.
And it's it's great when you see the size of the market and the billions, but how am I going to make my first 10 cent or 50 cent
Okay,
or a dollar
understood.
is good.
Yeah, and also which problem you solve at which level of funding, right? So if I pay 15 euro a month, what problems are you going to solve for my company?
So say again, sorry.
If I pay 15 euro a month, what problems are you going to solve for my company? That would be a question.
Yeah, for your company, for sure you can reduce the customer service cost, because the customer will fix the trouble on their own, on themselves. So basically, this service will be a benefit also for the companies.
Alex is a good example, because Alex is going to launch a physical product that people will. You're not necessarily going to always have someone online or on the end of a phone ready to answer where does the key go, whereas you will use. I would imagine this is you are a potential company customer.
Yeah. Because, for example, if you don't want to pay, in your case that you're creating a company, if you don't want to pay for a real customer service, so a real man answering the phone, so what the cheapest solution for you would be to creating just a frequently asked question on your websites.
Yeah,
but it's very static,
Exactly. This is the frequently asked question 2.0, and even the forum 2.0.
Yeah.
Which forums only belong to companies that have 10,000 customers,
Yeah.
because otherwise forum doesn't make sense. It's pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
I have two more questions though. Like, I don't understand, I suppose, the benefits of paying as a customer, specifically for customer service on a product I already paid for. Like, I would have issues with buying customer service for private messages to a company that I paid for your product.
So it's, let's say it's
like, I can imagine charging companies,
understood.
but to charge the individual consumer, I don't think I'd ever buy the premium.
Yeah, no, no, it's a good question. So the point is this: is that, I mean, if so, for the basic service, everything will be free.
Yeah.
But if you want, for example, to have uh, private answers replied within a certain amount of time, you need to be a special user.
Yeah, I imagine I then just email this company directly if I had a person question instead of paying.
Yeah.
The other question I have is, do you expect it to be like a completely open community? Like I'd imagine if I was a company having misgivings with my competitors and my competitors' users being able to see the problems that people were having with my products on the same forum that they were complaining about their products. So
Yeah, that's
usually
a
that information is tightly controlled within the company.
yeah, that's a good question, but I mean, that's a challenge for ourselves because we need in the open. We believe in the open market, so we think that I mean, the new way of doing business is that we have to be like a community. Let's
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
So that's what we believe.
I'd imagine even maybe if you have, for instance, if, as you say, like a drone, say if just owners of that drone could use this conversation, like maybe if anybody could see the conversation, I can imagine me as a drone manufacturer has a problem with that.
Yeah, that's true, but I mean that's what happens if because now we are thinking only worst case, but if the drone manufacturer will be able to answer to the customers, providing a good answer,
Yeah.
it will earn
It's positive,
visibility.
yeah.
It will increase visibility.
Yeah, no, of course that's true.
You know,
I'm just
No,
devil's advocate.
yeah. It just let's say I think that this is the new way of doing market. I mean,
Oh
because
yeah, definitely openness is
Yeah.
forward, that's true.
I don't entirely understand why, as a business, and correct me if I'm wrong, why I would pay €15 a month for customer service provided by the community who are not getting anything in return for it. So essentially what I'm saying is, if you're community driven and the community is providing the answers to the customers,
Mhm.
what exactly are you giving me for €15 a month?
You are a company, right?
Yes.
As a company.
Yeah.
So first of all, if you use, as I said before, if you want to have a customer service solution that is better than the static frequently asked question on your website, that's the best solution, because otherwise you need to pay for someone calling answering at the phone.
Yep.
So that's the first answer. Second answer is that if you provide good feedbacks to your customers, you can increase your brand advocacy.
Mhm.
That's the second answer. And then third answer is that we have also designed let's say a way for the companies to promote their products.
Okay.
So a company can also promote. The company can have their own page, and they can promote their products only to the people interested. So if you, for example, if you are, let's say, Arduino, and you are on my website, so you will have a page on my website where you can put all your notification updates, and those updates will go directly to the people interested in Arduino.
I think you probably still have some work to justify €15 a month for that kind of service. I would look at outsourced customer service models. Like there's a huge company in Cork, Foxborough, who will outsource, and they'll, depending on how much time they actually spend on your case, they'll charge accordingly. So I'd weigh up the cost of what that would cost you in comparison to your product. And in terms of support material that the company gets to provide, they probably provide a lot of that anyway. So if you're talking about bringing people away from their site to find that material, I would be trying to make sure that there's more information available potentially than what's on the website, but I think that that's something that's probably provided anyway. And if you're talking about specifically targeting people who are interested, you can get quite specific with Facebook ads now, down to if I wanted somebody in this room to see one, I could probably do that.
You could do that.
So we've experienced that sitting
If
next to
someone's
each other.
following plus 10, then sure, yeah, but yeah.
So, sorry.
I think one of the things that companies will get out of it, that you even go off, as mentioned, I'm sure is in your thinking, is that this is far more engaging, and it's a much broader. The likelihood is a much broader response once you obviously you have to get to a market size first, but Vox Pro handling your moped will deal with some of maybe the bigger issues
Yeah.
at one start.
Yeah.
Whereas if in this format, if somebody says Alex, the scooter doesn't start, then the solution might be online.
Yeah.
But your company doesn't know about. Alex doesn't know that it's because the petrol that they use in Ireland is they serve that. Whereas as the response is the market answers the question.
Yeah.
And I pay for that. And I want to be able to spot a problem and nip it
In the bud, yeah.
early.
And I agree with you, but then do you not run into the problem where in order to use this service, you need scale? So
That is the
if you have, for example, your scooter, okay? So if you're based in Spain and you buy one of these scooters and you post up a question about one of these scooters, but you've only sold 10 of them, then as a startup, you're paying €15 a month for no value in the community because you don't have that many customers. So therefore, there isn't a huge amount of knowledge out there about it. And if you contrast that against a large company like somebody who sells a huge amount of products, so like a mobile phone manufacturer or something like that, they're already going to have their customer service integrated into their operational costs already. So maybe a better route is removing the costs that they already have rather than going after a market that doesn't have the knowledge or the finances to support it. Does that make sense?
The amount of money that you are charging, say 15 euros, right? You are charging that in what way? By volume, or it's basically unlimited connections and answers within the forums?
But no, it's unlimited.
If it's unlimited, 15 euros for a company is basically nothing. So all the licenses that are out there are much more expensive. Some of them they don't even deliver. And some of the known manufacturers, like talking about Salesforce, SAP, all the licenses is 15 euro is just peanuts compared with the license that you pay for one of those solutions. So it's not really.
Well, I don't think I can, to add to that, right? I don't think I can get one single call answered by any company, not even if I outsource it to India on an hourly basis, for a customer to call in and being provided guidance on anything, not even on how to get the damn key in, right? So if you have one customer on the other side that answers that question on how to get the key in, then that's already of value. So if we're speaking in small customer service amounts, then yes, I think it might make sense. Also, what I'd be interested in is once this gets bigger and there's more of a community, will I be able to drag data out on what people are asking so that I can build my own knowledge base? Once I want to move away from the platform and just start my own operation or just leave it all running?
Yeah, well, the idea is to, even also in the future, we want to stay with our platform. But the idea is that once we get bigger, we will have several novel knowledge bases for several sectors. Can be like, for example, smart vehicles, smartphones, or smart technology, smart energy. So for each sector, you can have your own knowledge base where, as I said before, company can fix a customer's troubles but they can also listen to the voice of customers as well. So, for example, if they see that customer prefer to have I don't know, red scooters instead of green, maybe you can take those comments, those feedback from your customer as something for your R&D.
Yeah, when you're talking about the information that is being produced within the system, so every customer will have exclusive access to his own data. So the data that is being related with one customer is not going to be shared with other customers.
So which data you mean? The
So
personal data or
not personal data and information that the customer may want to preserve just for himself. I don't want anybody else to have access to analytics or metrics.
Oh, this-
Yeah.
This would be private. Yeah,
Okay.
this would be private. The only thing that will be shared are questions and answers.
Are you like absolutely definite on focusing on like not it, like what it is CRM? It seems like you're really viewing it as like a solution platform for people's problems.
Mhm.
Like, have you ever Ducati, for instance? Have you ever learned about Ducati's forums?
Ducati, then not about.
They
Yeah,
have these forums that like certain amount of people in the business moderate, and it's just for all their fans. And they went from being like a very small manufacturer of motorbikes to having a huge fan base because of that. It actually seemed more potential for what you're doing in like a proactive like community management as opposed to problem solving. For companies that could like Ducati obviously are a somewhat large company and they can afford to hire, say 3
Yeah.
moderators to handle forums in different languages, but like we like couldn't do that, like smaller companies or new companies. I can actually see more potential for that in being like proactive and just like positive rather than being for solving problems, if that makes sense.
yeah. I mean, both. Let's say, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, for sure, our first market will be new companies and startups, so small companies. So we don't want to go, to Samsung or also because we don't have the contacts. But I think that our product would be very useful for small companies or just startup.
I guess what I mean is like rather than you see it as connecting with like the tickets for issues that are coming to the company.
Yeah.
Like I know that Ducati's forums, while some questions do get answered on it, it's mostly just for organizing events and things like that. And I can actually see more potential for it in that format than just for solving tickets with damage or something like that.
Yeah, no, I understand what you mean. I mean, when I say questions, it's can be also, for example, where we, yeah, so it's not only a question related to a specific product, A, B, C.
Yeah, I just feel like some companies might see more value in that function when you're going and approaching these companies. Like some might see that as more value.
No, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I focus more on the customer service solution because I think that this is a huge need for especially for small companies.
Yeah, but he's making a really good point that customer service is driving customer engagement also back to sales, right?
Yeah, like in that you say about by doing things in forums being used regardless of company involvement, like it's self-driven, but it's self-driven by fans. And when they might come on the first time to get a question answered, they'll continue coming on because there's a community of fans. And they think,
yeah, that's true.
But it's very hard for a startup to moderate that in addition to everything else they're doing. And there's huge value in it that's proven to be like, as you say, the new way of marketing is to be social, to be open, to constantly interact with their fans. I can imagine that it would be useful to have a platform that can apply that for lots of companies.
Yeah.
Ring fence with companies. So
no, and that's
Ducati can run their own one, and they probably have like 2 software engineers and 3 moderators. But if you had a team of moderators and engineers, and you could just make different domains and manage all of them.
No, that's true. That's. I mean, I mean, and this is true. This is a good aspect, and it's true. It's the system can be used for this. But I said that why don't use the system also for making a customer helping another customer
Yeah.
for fixing a trouble.
I think that you'll find examples of something like that already happening in the gaming industry. If you go to sites like Blizzard or the big games, that's how customers operate. They help each other
Mhm.
and they answer each other questions. In fact, if you work in customer service for one of those companies, you are in real big trouble because everybody out there knows the game better than you because people actually live within the game. So we have a huge number of passionate users that if the game delivers what they expect,
Mhm.
they'll basically act as a community and they will almost deliver part of the service for you. So the gaming industry is something interesting to follow the models that they have.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Yeah.
If when you're talking about smartphones or smart devices, do this 1+1, the mobile phone manufacturer,
Mhm.
they do something very similar with their forums. They run their own custom software, which is built on Android.
Okay.
And you can modify it almost endlessly. There's a huge community that support each other on, oh, look at this. This is something cool I'm doing. I changed this button to
Okay.
red or whatever.
Well,
And 1+1 is
One plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
no, no.
They
It's
do
really,
what they
similar
do
to
quite
the
well.
Cathy example.
Ah,
It's
okay.
a really high involvement forum, but it's managed by that company for that community.
Okay. Okay. So
Um,
basically, they're products driven by the market instead of
Yeah.
No, there's a project that Nokia started about around 2009 called the Migo. They created a phone called Nokia N900, and that's how they were operating. It was the first Linux phone available in the market,
Mhm.
and everything that was being developed by that phone, software was being developed by the community. And when Nokia shut down that product, you were able to see clearly the customers turning against the brand
Mhm.
who shut down something that they were really passionate about. And what happened after that project is a lot of engineers who left the Migo project, they end up flocking for many different projects that are out there today. So a lot of those, the Chinese brands that you see here in the mobile phones, some of them,
Mhm.
they hire a lot of these developers from the Migo Nokia project, where Nokia was somehow going in a good direction, trying to have Android and Linux phone, and then the guy from Microsoft he basically shut down all those projects and fire everybody. So they end up going to all these companies. So if you look for the Migo project and Nokia 900, there's still a lot of data out there
Okay.
that shows an example about how they build that. It's a very strong project. Is still there. Because there are some guys in Germany who actually develop some motherboards for the phone.
Mhm.
So if you still have a Nokia N900, the community still exists, and you can actually buy a motherboard that upgrades the phone. And then on that forum they have all the instructions how you can do that yourself. It's a very good project.
I think the idea you have is validated.
Yeah.
It's been used in a number of different instances. We've just discussed
Yeah.
3 doing it. I think if you can find the right companies with the right products and support them in that fashion, there's definitely power in those communities.
Yeah.
It takes time to get there. If you can figure out how to do it for small projects with small products with very few customers,
Mhm.
I think you could be onto something there. Your marketing is going to be a huge amount of it, and that doesn't need to be print marketing or anything huge. It can be, a lot of it can be digital, almost entirely digital, I would say.
Yeah, that's true.
But if you can get traction in your one product or 2 products, or in or in one market or 2 markets, then I think you can build something very strong. But you need to figure out how you're going to sign those people up and where the value is, and break it down a little bit there.
You set out the milestones very clearly, but what I didn't see in the presentation, and I'm gonna ask you to explain it, is getting from milestone A to milestone B,
Mhm.
you know, and in that is this route to market,
Yeah.
you know. chicken and egg. It's this practically everyone who's come in here in the past 7 weeks has been in the same boat. You know, to have the product, you have to get the market. To get the market, you have to have
Yeah.
the product. Which comes first, the businesses or the users, or and I think that's a good point. I'd use that with a lot of people, that you know, be the best at something, you know, local and simple first. You know, you're thinking global, but I think, you know, you need to plan local, or is it the other way around? Plan global.
It's
Think,
supposed to be,
Yeah.
think local. That
think global, act local, but yeah, you really need to actually think local.
Yeah. Yeah.
figure out figure out what comes first, and you know, be the best at what you do with it. You know, if it's just almost one product,
Hmm.
and first, I don't know, how to crack it, because it's a big one, and it's the bigger your market, when you start talking about the billions that are there, you know, it's a global market, and
Yeah,
global marketing, it requires global marketing. Global marketing is very expensive.
No, I know.
You won't go far with 100 grand.
I think what Mike's arguing very well is that, so each of the companies that we've discussed have built their own forums. If you can offer an option that plugs a forum into any website, then I think that might be a good route to a company,
Mhm.
because for them they say, well, look, I need a forum and I want to build this community. I can either go and build it myself and decide how it works, or I can go to these guys who already have it built, embed the code. It works like that. You have all the
White
management systems.
Almost.
Which,
White labeling almost. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
pretty
I
much.
mentioned that to you the first night
Mhm.
you were here. You know, that I if I'm looking at a problem with the color of the can of Carlsberg, and I go online and the color of the Carlsberg, and I land on your software, your platform, but you know, I think maybe I'm being answered by Carlsberg. But I'm also seeing in there, I'm seeing unfiltered stuff, which is what I want to see. I want to see people saying it's the most horrible color possible. Why did they pick that?
Mhm.
So that validates the site for me. If everybody is saying how brilliant it is, then it's not a site I want to be on. I'm not going to trust it.
I can find it hard to see a lot of companies paying for that. So,
yeah, it's surprising though they're being pushed to go that way.
Well, I mean, I think
there's so many free, super involved solutions out there already now, from Reddit doing ANAs.
Yeah.
SEO
But
companies.
if you think as a business that
Like there's, if
for
this
the
is
cost
being
of
sold to
plugging into
companies-
this, I can maybe, you know, stop using Vox Pro, reduce the amount of time I spend with Vox Pro, or fire some of those guys that are downstairs in the basement, you know, answering questions
Yeah.
that you know, as Teresa, the market knows much better
Yeah,
the solution.
That's true.
I guess.
I,
what
mean,
I'm
I
trying
think
to
I
say-
would.
What
you know?
I guess, like, what I'm trying to balance in my head is that there are tons of these self-moderated forums out there from boards.ie doing stuff to, you know, like Android Central would be a massive Android forum, and there'd be a lot of smart home stuff on that, and just general gadgetry. To Reddit and massive user communities there, especially for any tech related stuff, because Reddit and tech is generally hand in hand. And CEOs of a lot of companies do AMAs on Reddit, where they'll be on Reddit on live for like an hour, and anyone can ask them anything anonymously. And if that's the current free third-party solution that doesn't even need money from consumers or businesses, where are the advantages in using a different solution? And the only advantages I can see is a greater degree of control. That removes the whole third-party usefulness of it.
Actually, in this.
Have you thought instead of looking, you are at the moment for us, see you are in a sort of B2C approach. Have you the idea of moving this to B2B or inside? Let's say a company wants to deliver services to their own customers, and they build this inside.
Because then what you do is you push the marketing, the cost of marketing onto the company, because they have to market that they now have a forum that's dealing with all of this. So they basically, in their first year, they replace customer service charges with marketing charges, and then after that, hopefully it takes its own legs. I think switching, like targeting the businesses who can then look after the rest and white labeling it, as we said, probably a good way of doing it. I think look at if I was going to be looking at companies who are doing it horribly wrong, like really bad customer service.
Yeah, but
and offering them the solution.
Yeah, actually, the idea of this solution is to have something social. So if we move,
I understand that, but you need to get to being social. You can't just turn it on like that and have 100 people in a forum all having a chat about this great can of Carlsberg or the color of the can of Carlsberg. It has to grow, and
Organic.
either you push the business out and offer people to set up stuff on your, or you offer businesses the option to plug into it and they push it out. In which case,
I think if
cost goes on.
if there's something on the bottom of the can of Carlsberg that says if you're running with the color, check out Feelos. You know, you now get 1 million customers every day. You know, potentially. So that's where your
and it's
your
the
followers come from. And if, you know, it's a can of Carlsberg today, but maybe tomorrow I don't like the color of the can of Coke, and you know, I'll stay on Feelos to check out why they picked that stupid red color on Coke.
And it's the same thing.
Coke,
It's just going after it a different way.
Coke want to be engaged because you know.
Sorry, just about, you know, the way they're talking about growth there. You know, you said you'd have a premium 2-tier, basically your free model and you've a premium model.
Yeah.
Do you think having that from the get-go is very limiting though, in terms of like your bloodline is the people on the forum? You just want to get people there, and then do you think it'd be easier to build free and then show there's great value here and then start charging maybe slightly more than €15? Do you think having a €15 cap from the get-go is kind of like, you know, someone sees, oh, this is kind of good, so you know it looks like it might be great, but €15, like that, you get out. So you get in like loads of people free and like showing people there's great value in it. You know, like look at these people that are talking about your product. Then, you know, giving the best that you could possibly make, and then make additional features and make that your premium. Instead of starting off limiting yourself, you know, like start off with the best you can possibly get. Like it's hard enough to get people anywhere in the internet even today. Like
I guess that's compared to
Yeah.
LinkedIn.
well,
LinkedIn.
yeah,
Like first they just CV hosting and then eventually.
yeah.
Are you in the revenue generating business, which I suppose at the end of the day everybody is, but you know, with a lot of products, that what you're doing is gathering people into a place and gathering data into a place that, you know, someone else down the road will make money from and figure out how to make money. That SEO's job in the next 2 years or 3 years is to get, you know, X million or X tens of millions of users. You know, if your setup is lean, you know, it doesn't matter a whole lot maybe to you if you're making $15 or not, because it is the guy who come along and say in some other business. And if I'm investing in your business, that's when I you know, I'm not investing in you for life, for sure. You know, I'm sticking it in now, and I want it back in 3 years with some and some, and I have a better chance of making it back if you've got 100 million followers, 100 million users, and making no money, than maybe having 1 million followers and making, you know, 5 or 6 million a year.
Yeah.
I think, you know.
Something else you could do to get followers more quickly is, you know, there's tons of people on YouTube who do like unboxings and reviews.
Yeah.
Like they bring, if you can convince them to use it, and they could get their subsections, like if you could even offer them advertising revenue, say you offer pop-up, that like they do the unboxing on YouTube with any of the post conversation.
Yeah, and in our system there is a opportunity to put video as well.
A lot of those guys are vain individual.
I think the
I've
best
seen,
one was
you
actually
know,
a girl. Her
well,
name's
they put it up because, you know,
No,
they're not really sharing their information, they're just trying to be up there.
Well, what
And I
they
think
do because they
if
get
there's
funding.
one more,
Yeah.
if there's one more,
Yeah.
I don't agree with you, I think if there's one more avenue for them to get, believe that they get viewers.
Mm.
And it's a matter of clicking a button so that my video can be watched on Feelos, of course.
I know that they all pay, like, replying to YouTube comments for them is really hard, because they get like 20,000 comments
Mhm.
overnight. So like, if your solution makes it easier for them to moderate their conversations, and if they could gain revenue by being obviously bringing traffic to your site, you'll see ads, and then they get a cut, like, then maybe they could help you to get, you know, a more exponential.
Yeah, that's true.
or pitch to makeup companies where they know.
See, they already have
Yeah,
relationships
yeah.
with companies because it's kind of good, because everything that they unbox and review, they get free because they have followers. So you're bringing companies with you as well as consumers.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So, some of the most popular short videos on Instagram are related with girls and makeup,
Yeah,
where they help each other out to, you know.
yeah.
But I want to more a good question is, let's say that tomorrow I have my phone with me, and I'm quite lazy to type, so I just press the button and I ask my question to my phone. Are you planning to build any sort of artificial intelligence behind all those forums that can actually help people help me to have my answer in a question of a couple of seconds?
Yeah, I thought also that one, yeah, would be great, for example, also to improve the speed of the research, you know, as well. So to have something like a sort of genetic algorithm to improve the speed of the research. And yeah, as you said, also having some artificial intelligence. Yeah, yeah, but that's the next
Yeah,
step,
yeah.
you know, the future. But that's true.
Okay, Fergus, if nobody has any questions, can you close down?
Okay, thank you, Alessio.
Okay.
I hope you got something out of it.
Yeah.
There's certainly plenty of engagement. Guys, I hope you got something out of it. Almost the second free session for you. Thanks very much. This is the last in the current series, and we're back in October. We're a whole new series, and come back and join us then.
Okay. Okay.
Cheers.
Okay,
Thanks.